What's up, AfterBuzz? You're watching the AfterBuzz After Show for Rob and Chyna. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yep. I say bounce that shit like whoa.
What's up, everyone? You're watching the AfterBuzz After Show for Rob and Chyna. Are you still texting bitches? Is the first episode. We're in season 1. I'm Thomas Orlina, your host. You can find me at Thomas Orlina on Twitter, Instagram, and my Snapchat. And we're alongside.
Yes, my name's Kalima. You can find me everywhere at Kalima Music Art Wisdom and Twitter at Lima Wisdom ENT, where pop culture meets wisdom.
Yes, what's up, everybody? It is Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that great stuff at Howard III. That's Howard the 3RD.
All right.
A little bit of child's play. If that's not the perfect song for
that song is on point. So we're here tonight to discuss the brand new reality series Rob and Chyna. I'm so excited. I cannot believe we are here.
So highly anticipated, this show. Oh my goodness. Anyone who watches the Kardashians knows that, like, this is the show to watch tonight.
We are here. I know a lot of people on Twitter have been sounding off on all the comments. I've been keeping up all day, and everybody has been super hyped up about this show. So, you know, there's so much that's gone on. I mean, with Rob being out, you know, really has been out of the scene for about 4 years. This is just great to see him on TV. I'm so happy that, you know, this is his show. We're going to be following his life. And you know, it's all just great stuff. And
it's what's crazy is that what was your first reaction when you guys found out that, like, he was going to sign on to do a show? You've literally been in hiding. Let's get on national TV. Like, I was like, is this Chyna? Which she said that Chyna's been bringing him out of his shell, so maybe it was her that kind of got him to be on TV. But I was just like, I mean, I'm grateful that he's allowing us to see into his life, and I think that the more that we get to see him however he is, whether it's his weight, whether it's, you know, his personal life, anything, it's gonna, like, I feel like he'll be more comfortable with living his life because he knows that his fans understand. And at the end of the day, we love him for who he is. So, like, he has to embrace himself, and then we will, you know?
Exactly. I think it's, I completely agree. I think with Rob being back, I feel like this show is really going to help him, you know, just really transform as a person. I know you know, I've been watching Keeping Up since 2007, so being a huge fan, as everybody here is on the panel, it's just really great to see the progression that we're going to see this season. Yeah,
I'm so happy that he's able to just, you know, get back out there, do what he wants to do it his way. You know, it was a little tough seeing him go through his little depression mood, or he's still going through it, but as we saw back in, you know, the years, it was a little tougher. So now that he's a little bit more happier and Chyna's doing that for him, I'm all for it. So hip hooray.
For sure. So in the episode, we're starting off with her saying, you know, for the viewers to get you a Rob. So, you know, there's so much drama that went on in the very first episode, so it's just a little teaser. What did you guys think about the first episode so far? Yeah,
well, first of all, the fact that Kim is an executive producer
says a lot.
Yeah, as an executive producer, you have a lot of say. For those of you who may not know about how productions work, obviously an executive producer is someone who's literally guiding the way that the viewers understand and the show, the personality, pretty much everything. You're the kind of the brains behind the operation, and it's and usually, yes, executive producer means you put the most money in it, but you do have quite a say so. I mean, really the most important say so with how we're gonna kind of perceive their relationship. So that to know that Kim's kind of behind it, it seems as if, you know, she clearly supports the relationship, but it's kind of it's interesting to see through her eyes, kind of how this first episode, you know, it's really interesting. But I don't know, when she said get you a Rob, that was so early in the episode that I was like, let's figure out what getting a Rob will be like, which we soon found out. So
what's your take, Howard?
I mean, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh my god. Well, first with the Kim thing, Kim's not stupid. They're all business women. So for her to be an executive producer, it was like a no-brainer. She knows Rob, you know, that's her brother. Chyna was her friend. Why wouldn't you be executive producer? You know people are gonna want to tune in for this. So shout out outs to you, Kim. Yes, I see you, boo. And for her to say get herself a Rob, I couldn't agree more. Like, what is a Rob? Like, we've seen Rob funny in the past, but we haven't seen depression Rob.
Yes. And the only other relationship was Adrian Bailon.
And then Rita Ora, who really did a number on him. That's the one I think that really kicked him into this depression. Because I remember they saying he moved quickly.
She cheated a lot?
Yeah,
she cheated. She cheated.
She did a lot. And it wasn't for that long. I know it was for about like 3 months or so. But, you know, like as everybody that has gone in a relationship before, you're putting in so much time and effort. And for Rob to go through that relationship and now with Rita Ora, and then now I feel like he's in the best relationship thus far.
And one thing that I want to point out, I think one of the things that Rob was saying that, you know, one of the reasons why he is so insecure is because he's got all of these powerhouse women around him. You've the only strong figure that you had as a male figure was your father who passed away, and then Bruce, who now is a female. That takes a toll on a person. So especially for a man, I'm a female, but I know that it is so. I mean, we live in a male-dominated world, and it's so important that you have some sort of figure there. And so I think that also plays a part onto, you know, he mentioned that's why he wanted a boy as a baby, I mean as a child. But I just think that for him to fall in love and then these women kind of cheat on him, and like he already doesn't even know himself, he doesn't necessarily have his own businesses together, but he's engaging with all of these powerhouse women. I think that's what puts him in such a depression, and it makes me feel bad because we all have been there, you know.
For sure.
Whether it's when it was in our younger ages or as an adult, everyone's trying to find ourselves. Life is completely about a journey. I'm sorry I'm going into Dr. Phil moments. But yeah, I'm just saying, I just pray that like he realizes that life really is a journey, and that we all have emotions, we all go through depression, but it's beautiful that you actually have that platform that you can show it to us and maybe like let us kind of guide us through it, but come out the other side and get that support, and really at the end of the day we just want to support him, you know.
If you're watching out there, Rob and Chyna, we would love for you to join us here at AfterBuzz TV.
It's all up
we
here.
are all supporting you throughout your journey. So we mentioned in the episode Rob and Chyna going to the doctors to figure out the gender. I know on social media that was a huge deal, revealing. I saw Kris Jenner's Instagram today and Khloe's Instagram as well, and everybody's so excited. We now know it's a girl. So congratulations.
Yay.
That's huge. And I'm excited North's gonna have a new playmate, Penelope. It's just a whole new wave of kids that are joining, so it's amazing.
And I've always said that I think that there's always a reason why, you know, the universe or God, whatever you want to call it, allows the baby to be the gender that it is. It's interesting that Chyna, you know, kind of growing up, like she said, doing things on her own, having to be a stripper, and then having to teach a girl to live throughout this world. And then just like we were mentioning, Rob literally having powerhouse women all around him, and now he has to raise a female. I think that it just makes the storyline even more interesting.
Yes. I think it's very exciting. You know, I'm happy that they're having another girl, because just imagine North, Penelope, and now this child running the streets when they get older, like the life that they will give us.
And the baby's gonna be so adorable.
So adorable.
And let's not forget King, who's actually was featured on tonight's episode. So that was really nice to see King on the episode.
I love Chyna. I love watching him on her Snapchat. He's just the cutest.
Adorable.
He's just the cutest.
And so they did discuss briefly Chyna's relationship. You know, we did see pictures of her and Kim in the past, and she was also with Tyga. Now fast forward to everything, so many things have changed. You know, Tyga is currently dating Kylie, and Chyna's now with Rob. So, we did discuss about the relationship when it was Kim's wedding.
Yeah.
And so, what was your thoughts on where everything is with them?
Yeah, that whole wedding thing, that's so funny how so much can happen within I think they've been married for 2 years, Kim and Kanye.
Yes,
So
2014.
just in 2 years, how Chyna and Tyga broke up, and then now Kylie and, Tyga.
And for me, I was thinking about, imagine the dynamic at that wedding where you were literally, okay, that was probably one of the most exclusive events, Hollywood events, whatever you want to call it. Literally, she didn't even air the wedding. Like, we all wanted to see the wedding. We were dying.
They took over that year. And
we were dying just to see the little bit of her in the beginning, because all they really showed us is the beginning and then her about to walk down the aisle. For those of you who did watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So I'm thinking to myself, so Chyna and Tyga are literally sitting in this row, and Kylie's over here as a bridesmaid for Kim, and they are eyeing each other. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right soon after the wedding. I mean, I guess maybe at the reception we had some champagne, everybody's mingling. Maybe it was like, oh, we're family, we're family friends now, so let's go ahead. Me and Tyga can dance together. Why not? Yeah. We're just friends. I'm just trying to figure out, how did this wedding happen where literally soon after the wedding you get together, and that's why Chyna said, I distanced myself because it sounds like she felt betrayed.
Yeah, it must be tough,
and
for sure.
And what's interesting to me is that I'm thinking to myself, us as fans, we're looking at Chyna as an outsider this entire time.
Totally.
This show is now letting us understand
it's kind of bringing
her.
everybody full circle. It's a unitement.
Exactly. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we were all kind of like, oh, Chyna's just trying to get back at Kylie, when it's like, I was at Kim's wedding as a friend.
Yeah.
You guys have hung out with me and my boyfriend Tyga
before.
Yeah. So it sounds like Chyna was the one that was betrayed, at least within this episode, with the information that we've been provided. In my perception, it sounds like, she felt kind of betrayed, and maybe it was a get back, but it just, I just think that's just, when we say a small world, that's a small world.
Yeah, I would have thought, like,
I just wish I could have been a bug in that wedding.
Exactly.
You and me as well.
Like, who thinks of that? And especially, like, why would, like, it's so weird that even Kylie would kind of touch that, because I know, like, even with my close friends, I wouldn't even do that. Like, it's just
all the men in the world, right?
Exactly. And for
sometimes
you to be,
it's just the connection,
right? But still, she's underage.
They look so amazing together.
It's true, and they're strong. I mean, they're not. Yes, they've been on and off as for what we know, but relationships are on and off. But it seems like they always find their way back to each other, and when they're together. All you see is lovey-dovey on Snapchat, and it looks real.
It does look real. We just saw them at New York Fashion Week at Yeezy's Season 4 fashion show, and they're just the nicest looking couple. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready for Kylie and Tyga show.
Yes.
Kylie and Tyga, where you at?
So the episode continues on, and we're seeing Kris Jenner, who definitely plays a huge role into the family. She's the matriarch, and we're seeing her pay a visit to Rob and Chyna's house, congratulating them at having their daughter.
Yeah.
But she wasn't supposed to know.
I know.
So that was a problem.
I know.
I don't think that was too big of a problem. It's kind of like, that is his mom.
Yeah.
It's mama, so mama should know. But the only thing is, mama could tell everybody else in the family, like, Kim, guess what? But don't say nothing.
Right,
you know what I mean? Your brother is having a girl.
But
so
I think,
see what she was saying.
But I do think that Kris is clearly the most trusted. She's not only she's not only a part of the family, but she's the manager. So they trust her on many, many levels. Plus, let's just be honest, Chyna knows that Rob is a mama's boy. She already said he tells his mom everything. Yeah. So she should have expected that. But as a person who's trying to get that relationship rock hard and rock solid, he had a responsibility in his relationship, which was to, if anything, just be like, listen, Chyna, I love my mom. Yes. I'm just letting you know we're having a conversation on the other line. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal it to her. Chyna might get mad, but at least, you know, be honest about that for the sake of your relationship.
I think that's where we're going to see Rob really progress in just dealing with having a new relationship. And plus, I mean, keep in mind, this is all playing out on reality television.
Right.
We are, you know, I didn't think we were going to get a reality show and E was going to put this out this quick, but I'm really thankful that they did.
They jumped on it.
Every day there's a new story. I mean, we're not only watching this on TV, but, you know, the Kardashians are always in the press. Every day there's a brand new story, so I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, I did notice, you know, her makeup is always on fleek. Her hair is always on point.
My goodness.
We have all this information.
Yeah, that's so crazy. And by the way, have you guys heard of this company called Glossier out of NYC?
No, what is it?
They promote this whole like skin first, makeup second sort of like vibe with the way that you apply makeup. And I don't know, I do my eyebrows. Y'all look like y'all do your eyebrows, but ladies out there, you know how important it is to have your eyebrows done. And there's this thing called the boy brow, which is interesting enough, but it's the way that the brush is kind of like the technology of the brush. It's really, really easy to put on. And right now I found out that they have 3 different colors, blonde, brown, and black. And it's only $16 today. You can go on their website, Glossier.com. That's GLOSSIER.com, and you can get 20% off if you put in the promo code RHOC. So make sure you guys do that. This is a total hookup by AfterBuzz TV. They just told me this amazing, amazing company, Glossier, which many of you girls may have already heard of. They're doing this like discount exclusively for AfterBuzz. So you guys literally just for watching this are going to get that, you know, promotion. So definitely hop on that because I heard that tool is amazing for your eyebrows, and it's easy for anyone, even if you're not like good at doing your own eyebrows. This is a way. It's like one of those tools that makes it easy for you to literally do it, you know, quickly within your car. So I don't know. I just think I mean,
amazing.
Yes, look at my eyebrows
just for myself.
Yes, you got definitely jump on that and just Google it, see how it works. It sounds really awesome. So.
Yeah, if you're trying to look on point like Chyna, you need to get this tool right here.
Chyna was looking on fleek today.
So this season wouldn't be a Kardashian related show if there wasn't any high drama. So we saw a lot of that in the bedroom with the texting. Now, are you guys texting bitches? Because I definitely, that was the highlight. So what do we think about that tonight?
I was just like, dang, Rob really does not trust Chyna like that. Like, I was just like, why would he believe that she's texting other guys, knowing she's sitting up there every night with him, knowing she's carrying his child, and he's, you know, they're living together. Why would she be up there like, oh, let me see what Ronnie is doing tonight, or, you know, what's Philip up to?
This is what's going to resonate with the viewers, though, because everybody that's in a relationship, I mean, now texting, social media, that's where all the drama's at. So it's who you texting, why you liking that picture, all this stuff you're gonna see. So, you know,
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never in my life, and listen, I want y'all to like really understand this. I pride myself on how honest I am. Like, I'm being fully honest. I've never ever checked a guy's phone, and I don't think a guy has ever checked my phone.
Good.
But maybe I'm just a very, very transparent, like very clear person, and I'm thinking to myself, because it's really just because my personal opinion is that I don't think it's healthy for a relationship, because I feel like if you look for something, you're going to find it. I'm just that way. And I think she made a point on the show. She was like, I don't want you to check my phone because sometimes I might be talking to my mom about something. And when she says something, it's probably about you. And he understands because he's close to his mom, you know? Right. So it's like, either you trust me or you don't. And if anything is to be revealed, trust that it'll come out. Now, I do understand he obviously has insecurities from his own previous relationships. But I just think searching phones, it's never a good thing.
Yeah. And when it starts, it tends to just progress into this like snowball of just mess.
Yeah, because you're just giving off an energy that you don't trust. Even if your intentions are good and you're like, I'm sure everything's fine, let me just go ahead and look through here real quick. Like but the energy that that you're giving off by going through it. Because if you think about it, when you're going through it,
Yeah.
your heart's beating like, I only got about 10 seconds to do this.
I know. You better look at it quick.
That's
Exactly.
a sign that you probably should not be doing it, you know?
No, but I mean, sometimes people just get curious.
Do you guys check? Do you guys check?
You know what? I can't. I have in the past.
Okay, in the
You
past,
know,
me too.
You do. You have that, second or two to look, and
Right,
I feel for you, Chyna.
Do you guys only check when you feel something's going on in the relationship, or do you guys check like just because you're sleeping and you just reach over and you?
I think it's just a natural thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I love
Really?
that that's your method, and
Yeah,
that's great,
of
and that's
course.
something I definitely will be practicing. But yeah, no, for sure, I definitely have done.
I feel you. I mean, sometimes the phone is just there. You know what I mean?
This is the honest
If
show
the
right now.
phone is there,
If
it's unlocked. Let me just see. I might be calling for the pizza. I gotta get to the keypad for the pizza. Okay, let me just scroll and see you text.
Yeah, but it's the problems when the pizza boy calls back and it's, who is this? It don't sound like no pizza
Yeah,
restaurant. Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Let me
that
just make
contact
sure you
name needs
text
to
him.
be changed.
Yeah.
And let me make sure it's really your mother. Okay,
Right.
It's really daddy and not another one. So let me check.
So we're in the car, and Chyna's really upset. She's not happy about it. She wants to distance herself, and I think again this is where a lot of the viewers are going to be resonating with a lot of what's going on in the drama, because sometimes when you argue with your partner, you might not want to talk to them. But in this situation, I think it's going to be interesting because Rob is going through he's going through his depression right now, and so that's definitely going to play a factor out for sure.
Right.
He does come back with a peace offering that goes straight into the pool.
I know, it's kind of crazy because she's like, get you a Rob, but all she does is kick him out. So it's like, do we want a Rob? Do you want a Rob? But yeah, I actually was really, one of my reactions definitely was like, I love that she didn't let him get off that easy, because a lot of women like me, I would be happy just to know that he cares enough to bring me flowers. But this is Rob Kardashian. Flowers are a dime a dozen. She's like, you're not just gonna come up in here with flowers. Even though it may have been hormones, I think that she was teaching him, this cannot be a pattern. You can't blame me for something when you're the snooper. They say that. They say the snoopers are usually the sneaky ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you just gonna come up here with flowers and think you can turn the tables. No, she's teaching him like, listen, flowers ain't gonna cut it. It's gotta be action. So
I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he was thinking like, oh, let me just tell her I'm texting other females, and he's really not.
Yeah.
Because why would he just say like, yeah, I text other females? Like, what man just says that to
I don't
his
think that was
fiance?
the right choice to say. Yeah, I know.
Like, are you
Totally.
joking? Because that's another thing she pointed out. She said he's always joking. He's always trying to make a
she
joke,
did.
a light of things, and I'm being
Absolutely.
serious.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why
For
would he
sure.
do that?
But do you guys think it matters that, okay, because my thing is like, I have a lot of guy friends, but I would never cross the line. Like, just because he's texting females, unless it was like a mutual understanding, like, unless I know that female friend, like, you should not be texting them. Why is she threatened by him texting females? Like, they didn't reveal, like, is this a threat, like a relationship on the side? Or like, we don't know what that was, but I mean, obviously she was really affected by it. She don't like no females texting at all. But.
I mean, you never know, because her man is, one of the biggest reality stars, or comes from the biggest reality family.
In America.
So she's probably like, I know the game. I've been with one of the biggest rappers out there. There's women just throwing themselves at my man.
Right. She's like, we don't need no temptation whatsoever. Right.
I don't know if this is the format that E is going for, but I'm starting to notice Scott Disick is kind of like, Rob's bro that's going to be with him. And, we saw Nanny Joy, who is definitely talking a lot of sense into Chyna. So we're seeing a lot of different aspects, and I think the pep talks are really helping them to come to that,
And I'm
middle.
so happy. Yeah, I'm happy that Rob has Scott. And of course, when you said that about like E kind of integrating these people in, obviously it's because the viewers were already comfortable with Scott. We love to hear his opinion.
Of course.
He's kind of like fun and funny to watch anyway, but I think that he was giving him some real like good advice. He was like, you're kind of talking about my own life here. So
definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm loving how Scott is getting this paycheck, because
Right.
we just talk about him popping through these shows. I am Kate, Kardashian's Rob And Chyna.
he's like, it's my job. Listen.
Like, this is what he does.
Yeah.
Get that money. I ain't mad at you.
So they end up going to Sky High, and all of Chyna's friends are there, but Rob isn't there. So again, this is gonna be kind of a pattern I think we're gonna see on the show with, the not talking. The one thing I don't like that China's doing is the kicking out.
Yeah,
I know
I
that
agree.
that's the one thing that I can't stand by, because I just feel like, this is going to be, your husband and he's your fiance currently, so
Right.
having that, pattern is not good.
Because
Yeah.
if you're always kicking him out, how are you guys going to solve your problems?
Yeah.
If he's always out on the street, how is he going to get over the texting? How is he going to
Yeah.
get over the, oh, you missed this, you missed that? Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't solve anything if you just keep saying, okay, bye.
I think it just goes back to her past, like they said,
Yeah.
being a stripper. I don't know. I've actually never been to a strip club, but I know that not everybody can do it. It's really and truly a certain mentality
Yeah.
that you have to have. And I think that, she grew up in a place where she had to be strong, because
Yeah.
it's a lot of, really rude girls, little jealous, people. And I think that she's just trained herself to always have a wall up. So it's easier for her. Like, my little sister, actually, she is one of those people where if she is over you, she will turn it off like a switch. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done with you. And I think that China is the same way, but at the same time, her opposite attracts, because he's more sensitive,
Yeah.
So
It's
she
a good
loves, it's a
balance.
bittersweet. Yeah, it's a bittersweet thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's true. How are you gonna have a relationship if all you do is cross that person out, when he has had that enough? He needs someone to bring him in. He needs someone to bite that bullet. This is real. It's the real game now. We've got a full on life investment in a new child.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's a new life that we have to literally invest in. We've got to fight through the fire.
And I believe they will.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
hits the roof, we got to still try to make it work. And if that means locking ourselves in the house, selling the other house, and locking ourselves in one house until we get it right, I think that's the only way. But yeah, I mean, I don't like that whole, I've never really had a relationship where it's like, I can't stand that. Like, I'm hanging up, I'm blocking you,
I
unblock,
can't-
block,
I can't
unblock.
with
I
that.
don't got time for that.
Yeah.
It's just time to move on,
That's why I really like, Nana Joy on the episode, really sitting down with China in the living room and just kind of talking things through, because a lot of people have given credit. You saw on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, a lot of people are giving credit to China for really revamping Rob, but at the same time we do have to realize China, that's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
She had mentioned she's taking care of King, she's taking care of herself,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a lot of energy to also take on Rob, but I do believe they're gonna work things out for sure.
I
think
hope
so,
so.
too.
I really hope so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I really like them together. I just feel
Me
like
too.
I like this. Like, now I'm really feeling the show, because
Yeah.
the way we were introduced to China before
Oh my
was just
goodness,
horrible.
yes.
It was
Yeah.
the year of, like, if you wanted to be petty, you would be Blac Chyna. Like,
Oh
I just
my
call it Blac
gosh,
Chyna.
yes.
So I think now, like, she's just revamping herself. It's no longer
it's
like
so
petty.
crazy. Yes,
It's
because
amazing.
literally within the first few minutes of the episode, I was like, not only, yes, exactly, because right before watching this season, we did not have the best taste in our mouth for
Right.
China.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm like, damn, I really like her.
Yeah.
She
Like,
started to grow on me.
she's a
Yeah.
real, it's not, she's not as celebrity as we thought she was.
Yeah,
you know?
she did mention that she hadn't done an interview, and she really just connects with her fans on her social media accounts. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like that about her as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I just love it. It's just like, I still think she got a little pettiness in her. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
we all do.
But you know, it's not as bad as I thought in the
When you
beginning.
need to place it out, then you'll place it out.
Right.
I love you now, China girl. When I met her at the club, she was nice.
Stop.
Yes, I met her on my birthday, actually.
Oh, nice.
You told me I think about this.
Yes.
Where was this? Where
She
was
was really
this?
nice. This was in West Hollywood. This
Okay.
was at Thirst.
Okay.
Thirst on Saturday. So she was really
Thirst.
nice. It was when she was pregnant. Nobody knew.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know because she was definitely in the VIP
Was
with
it
a little
that
drink.
red? Was that the red bodysuit?
No, it was. She came out in the pink one. It was like
Pink
with the-
bodysuit?
yes.
Nice.
And we were well.
And
she
it was
in
like cut out
VIP.
right here.
Yes.
Those photos. Yeah, those were the first photos that came out that people were like, she's got a baby bump.
I never
Yes.
knew because you couldn't tell in the club, and she had I don't know. I guess
couldn't
now
tell.
a play drink, but she had a drink. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, she's hosting, doing her thing.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm pregnant. Girl, we was just turning up the VIP. What do you mean you're pregnant?
That's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
So the ending of the episode definitely, we're right back to Kris Jenner's mansion, and
Yeah.
China is definitely seeking some kind of advice, some kind of help. And, Kris Jenner, I know you can tell watching Keeping Up, she really is rooting for Rob. She's really rooting for,
for sure.
you know, just him being in a better place. And I just can't get over the fact that, you know, Rob is just out now and he's just definitely living his life and it's so good for him.
Right.
So to see Chyna go back to Kris is the best place to get her answers.
Oh, yeah.
I love that little meeting of Chyna and Kris meeting up like that. Just getting a nice little vibe from her. Like, you know, what am I supposed to do?
And I think it's important that I think it's extremely important that she becomes close to Kris.
Yes.
Just because he's so close to his mom. And
Right.
I think it's important that she understands, yes, she didn't grow up with that same sort of upbringing, but you're about to have a child who's going to be very, very close to her, that side of her family, because that's how your husband's side of family has been brought up. So I think it's important that, you know, she lets that wall down and she adopts them as a family. And I think that Kris naturally is like that. Even with Scott, she's like, you know what, my daughters might not like you, but she's a fixer, you know, you know, she's a bit of a fixer. So, but I think that overall it just proves, I just wanted to mention this. I just think that this season to me, or this episode to me, just really proves that, like, okay, whatever, she might, you know, we all thought that Chyna was a gold digger, which we all want a man who can, you know, secure us financially. But I think it shows that money does not fix relationships, you know? And they have real issues, which we saw this entire show showed us that it's not about money at all.
Right.
It's like, whatever, we have a child now and we really got to make this work. And yeah, I loved seeing that scene where it was like, let me humble myself. Even though she was nervous to go up in the house, she was like even asking her friend, like, you don't want to come with me? Like, I need a little backup. She's like, no, she knows that she's going into a place where she's not fully comfortable with the family yet, but she's like, I've got to do this because this is where my life is going, and I need to become close to the person that's closest to my man.
And I feel like people out there that are like online or hear, oh, there's another Kardashian show, there's another this. I feel like the vibe for this show is so different. It's, you know, we're really getting into a whole nother world.
Yes.
And this is a 6-episode series. I definitely see it going on.
Yeah,
for sure.
6 episodes.
Yeah. So we got the wedding, we have all this, the birth. So there's so much to go.
God,
Let's get
please
into
let them show us.
For sure. Let's get into our AfterBuzz predictions to see what we have for the rest of the season.
Woo!
So prediction-wise, what are we seeing here? I mean, there's so many different ways we can go here.
Let's see. So for me, I guess for the next episode, what should we predict?
Let's predict for the next episode.
Yeah, they did show us a little bit of a teaser of what the season what's to come up in the season. I don't know. Do you have any?
I have maybe a little one. I do see I do see them becoming stronger as a unit. I think all of this going on with Kylie and Tyga is really just going to make them come closer.
Yeah.
I also see Rob stepping up as a stepfather.
For sure.
I want to see a little bit more of that,
yeah.
actually. Just him and like dealing with, this is another child. I just came into this child's life at 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to be stepdaddy? What is going to call me? Rob, Bobby, stepdad?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to go on?
Yeah.
So I do predict their relationship, Rob's and King's, will come a little bit closer.
And it's interesting that you said that, because one thing that I caught, and I'm just one of those people who really listens. If you listen to people, you'll notice certain things. When they revealed the baby, he's like, I wanted a boy, I don't have a boy, but you do have a boy.
You do, yeah.
You need to look at that boy as your boy. It may not be biologically your boy, but the way that you protect that boy is just like your son. So I think we're going to see their relationship grow as a father, and that's his first practice right there, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to find out the name that they're going to choose because, you know, nowadays, especially in the Kardashian family, you can't just go with some basic name. It has to be something fancy. Any guesses? Any prediction? Do you think, I think that I saw online that they're not going to go with the K name, so I feel like, you know, that one's out the window.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, maybe Amanda. I don't think it's gonna be anything like celebrity, like
You don't
like Scott was saying, nothing like Arrow or Points or something. But I think like a Stephanie or something
maybe
simple.
Maybe naming I feel like Chyna would want to name the baby after a female that's close to her,
Yeah.
or you know, maybe somebody in the family, even on Rob's side. Chyna's not her real name,
true.
Right.
so I don't know if she would do that.
I read on Twitter that that somebody was thinking Queen because King Cairo. But
I hope
that
not.
would be dope. You don't think so?
No, is it ratchet or is it
much?
cheesy?
It's a little ratchet.
Is
well,
that-
I don't know. I
is
know
it too-
some
is it
people
too
I know
much?
some females named Queen.
I think
so I
that's
end up
the
loving
cutest
Queen.
thing.
But
That
I
would-
don't
I don't
King
know.
and Queen, that is the cutest
That would
thing.
be
Queen
kind of
for
fresh.
a nickname. I don't know about government.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this was so
I
much
love
fun, guys.
it.
I had so much
Yes.
fun. This is amazing.
And you guys better come back every
Yes.
single Sunday night. We're gonna be doing an after show. So after you watch that episode, you better come here because we're gonna talk about it. And we want you guys to comment. You
Comment,
know,
like.
we'll put the live what is it? The live
Live feed.
Live feed.
Yeah, the live feed up so you guys can literally talk to us as we're talking, ask us questions, put some comments
Tweet
in.
us,
Exactly.
everything. We want to
Yeah.
just keep this going every week for sure.
Yes, give us
So-
your ideas on this name.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Absolutely. So, Howard, where can we find you online?
Yes. You can find me on all social media projects at Howard III, and of course my website howardthird.com.
Yep, and you can find me at Kalima Music Art Wisdom and on Twitter at Lima Wisdom ENT, where pop culture meets wisdom.
And I'm your host, Thomas Orlina. You can always find me on all my social media, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and my Instagram at Thomas Orlina. Make sure to subscribe to us at AfterBuzz TV and make sure to keep up with us all week long. Thank you so much for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.